Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land and others who are watching in different platforms. My name is Tammy Lilly, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we get started, please make sure you click the notification bell as well as subscribe to my channel so you can get updates on different updates. My name is Tammy Lilly, and I am a tax professional by trade. I own a company by the name of KRC Tax and Business Services, where we offer tax resolution and tax preparation, as well as I'm an author as well. And I also have a bookstore. Whenever I create anything, I always try to figure out how I can help others. I run on a platform called #Supportbegansupport. This is something that I would like, that I'm trying, a movement that I'm trying to get started. It comes from Genesis in the Bible. In the Bible, it talks about how the Father begat the Son. You cannot have a father, you cannot have a son if you don't have a father. So you cannot expect support if you're not being supportive. So that is the platform that I run on. And today I have one of my authors that's in my bookstore. And we're gonna let him tell you about his amazing book, his amazing journey, where he came from, and all those wonderful things. So without any further ado, please let's welcome Mr. Ozzie. Please introduce yourself.
Hello world, how everyone doing out there? My name is OzzieAnderson Jr. I am the author of two beautiful books that I have, Missing Roles, From Me to You, My Life, My Poems, and my other one is Open Chapter. Also, I am a U.S. Navy sailor. I've been in the Navy for going on 16 years now until this current day. I'm actually from Allendale, South Carolina, small town in Carolina area. Um, Other than that, I just enjoy just writing. And if anything else, you want to know about me, just ask questions and then I'll answer them.
Awesome. Thank
Okay.
you so much, Mr. Ozzie, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. You could be anywhere else other than here, but you're here with me. And I thank you so much for entrusting me with your projects. Tell me about what made you become an author. You write poetry, and it's so uncommon. It's so often that our Black males are not able to express themselves, especially in writing and writing poetry. And even when they write poetry, a lot of times they hide it away. They don't want the world to see it, but you want the world to see it. So you have become very transparent with us, and we appreciate your transparency. So
thank you.
What made you become an author?
Okay. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for having me on this interview. What actually made me become an author was more of being the voice for the unspoken. Just like you said, us as men, we kind of shy away from sharing our emotions or expressing ourselves because we think like it makes us look small, or it don't make us look more manly, or how the case may be. And what kind of got me to the point to say like, let me just share what I went through with the world was basically, for one, it was my outlet. When I've written Missing Roles, From Me to You, My Life, My Poems, that was basically a dedication to my mom when she passed away when I was in boot camp. I got to the point to where I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't know how to talk to anyone or even go about by. To me, I feel like it was just like if I was complaining. So instead of me just talking to someone as a complaining about my emotions or what I was feeling, dealing with grief and everything, I kind of got a notebook and just started writing. Whatever came to my mind, whatever was in my heart desire or what I was feeling, that's what I began to write on. And one thing that kind of stuck to me as far as actually getting it published, or I had a good friend of mine. He's like a older brother to me, Curtis Fletcher. And he actually read some of my stuff and was like, hey man, you should actually get this published. And then, my aunt, she's an author as well, author Pauline M. Brown. She was another inspiration to me as far as pushing me to actually get my book published. And for Missing Rose, I sat on that for a couple of years. Like I started writing it back in 2005, and I was finished with it probably like in 2009 time frame. And that's when I kind of like went ahead and just got it published because I was sitting on it for so long. And I think I settled for so long because I wasn't ready to share with the world or what I was feeling or what I was going through. And what made me share with the world, because I started to notice that a lot of people was going through the same thing I was going through. So in order to enlighten other ones that, hey, we all, saying, come from the same area or maybe experience the same thing, like you don't have to be alone or feel like you're by yourself anymore. Let me share my story with you, and maybe we can collaborate and, help each other get through our growing pains.
Hey, awesome. Thank you so
Mm.
much, Mr. Ozzie.
You're welcome.
Well, we have some commonalities when it comes down to that because I lost my mother at actually a young age. And so I know how that feels to lose somebody that's so near and dear to you.
Mhm.
Your backbone, your support system, and all those things, above your rose.
Right.
So thank you so much for, not allowing that to shut you down.
Mhm.
Don't allow that to, take you in a place of hiding your feelings. And, you're definitely an example. I know with being in the military, you're supposed to be, tough and,
Right.
hide your feelings and, not be emotional, but you allowed yourself to be transparent and you hold it very well. Thank you so much for
Oh,
doing so.
thank
Well,
you.
what would reading, because I know missing rose is about your
Mhm.
mother, and
Mhm.
then open chapters is about just life in general. Am I correct?
Mhm. That's correct.
Okay.
All right. So, open chapter was a stepping stone for me. That was more of, like I said, growing pains. And this, I wanted to elaborate this more to not just be poetry, but I want to be more of inspiration. So I did it like, more of um, like quotation, motivational quotes, more of like open verses to where like is something that's kind of inspire you to like don't procrastinate what is that you want to achieve in life and actually go out and get it, and don't take no for an answer. Like if you believe in yourself that you can do anything, then by all means like put forth the effort and see yourself like take those steps and actually get it done. So I wanted to be a word of inspiration along with an open chapter in each one of our lives. You may have a task that you was working on and you never seen it all the way through. So to you, that could be your open chapter to say, hey, let me get back at what it is that I want to do and actually complete it and say, I actually done it. So I kind of put open chapter out there to be something general for the audience to be able to relate to in their own perspective, their own way, and say, like, you know what, now I got some words of encouragement. Let me continue my process and my stepping stones in life and actually see it all the way through.
Okay, awesome, awesome. That is amazing. That is definitely
Right.
amazing. So, a lot of times, when we write things, we're spilling our things in our heart, and we want people to feel a certain kind of way or have people feel, some
Mm.
kind of things and know where we're coming from. How did it change you writing that? Those two books.
It changed me in a way to know that in the long run, like I kind of gave a major impact on the audience themselves. The reaction I get from someone reading something I may post on my author's fan page on Facebook, or someone actually read my book and say, I can actually relate to what is that you experience, or, I feel like I known you because of the fact of reading your books, and it explains a whole lot to that I can, that the audience themselves can actually relate to. So for me, it changed me to say, you know what, you have a lot more to give to the people to be able to change their mindsets, their way of thinking. You have some people that may go in depression. I can admit, I just went through depression and still going through it in my own way of managing it. But there's a whole lot of other people that's going through depression. You have the suicide awareness. That's another big impact of where I want to be able to let people know it's okay to vent. It's okay to have an outlet. It's okay to express what it is that you're feeling, because at the end of the day, no one really knows what a person is actually going through until they actually open up and start talking about it. Or, you actually point them in the right direction to get the help that they needed. And little do you know, you may have just saved a life. So that's the major impact that I wanted to have. And that's how it's changing me, because I want to help others out there in the real world as well, of getting through life and enjoying life, and not saying that it's the end of the world because of an obstacle we come across in life.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing it.
You're
Um,
welcome.
well, tell us how we can actually get in touch with you.
Oh man, a straight dialect to actually get in touch with me is basically through my author's fan page on Facebook. The author's fan page is facebook.com/missing rose. If you have trouble finding it that way, just type in Anderson Jr. and my author's fan page actually pop up. I try to tune in with the audience that way. On my Instagram, you can find me on there. It's Mr._Anderson_803. So you can find me on there as well.
Okay, amazing. Well, if y'all
Mm.
did not get that, we will make sure we put the information in the description box below, as well as he is one of our authors in the bookstore. We are all about inspiration, empowerment, and self-help business books. We're about building our community, women, men, and children alike. So thank you so much for entrusting me with your project. I look forward to seeing many, many great things from you. Keep stepping, keep strutting, keep being that strong father figure. Keep just, being you. Keep smiling,
I
I
will.
love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you
So,
for the opportunity.
yes, sir. So if
Mhm.
y'all are interested in getting your book in the bookstore, or if you know of somebody, it's KRC Bookstore. We're also on the website, krcbookstore.com, as well as we're on the Facebook Marketplace, or you could just simply, reach out to me and leave a message right here on the YouTube channel or the social media outlet that you are watching this on. So thank you so much, Mr. Ozzie. I am so immensely blessed just by meeting you and allowing you, just meeting you, and you're allowing me to be, within your inner circle. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.